What is up, guys? Corey Margera here, and in this episode I want to show off my Gamecube collection. And before I do that, I just want to go over the Gamecube a little bit, because to me this is one of the most underrated video game consoles of all time. You know, I definitely feel like the Gamecube was very underrated. I mean, this was literally like the Sega this was like Nintendo's Sega Dreamcast. You know, this was just such a great system, but it was highly underrated. Had a lot of great games. You know, I personally don't have that many games for it, but I'm gonna show you what I have. But let's just go over the system real quick, just to get like a good overview of what this system was all about. As you can see here, this is the controller. It's very good, very easy to use. You get your joystick, analog stick, whatever you want to call it. These really cool clicky shoulder buttons. They're kind of like triggers, but not really. They're kind of more like shoulder buttons, as you can see back here. Very easy, very comfortable. You got a small little D-pad right here. This is not one of my favorite D-pads. Compared to like the SNES D-pad and, this is more, it's kind of like they put the D-pad of the Game Boy on this thing, and I wouldn't even argue that. I think this D-pad is even a little smaller than the Game Boy. Obviously you have your start button right here, A, B, Y, X, circle button. The C joystick, not the circle button, C joystick. And you get the Z right here. It's just like a little extra shoulder button. And yeah, basically, let's go over the Gamecube itself. It's a really small, compact system. Basically, it's very simple. Mine's pretty much in good shape. The memory cards are very small for it. Even smaller than like a PS2 memory card. It's almost like a little... It's tiny. This thing is like really small. Much smaller than a PS2 memory card. Yeah, basically, let's go over it. You got 4 controller ports right here. 2 memory card slots. I love how it has 4 controller ports, unlike the PS2, which basically allows you to play some really cool multiplayer games for this thing. Which, playing Metroid Prime 2 Echoes of multiplayer in this thing is just really fucking awesome. I would argue it's... I don't want to say it's better than Halo. Well, it's just really good. Let's just keep it at that. I don't want a fanboy war or anything like that. Yeah, get your open button right here. It's very small. The Gamecube had like the smallest disc ever. Almost like a UMD, but you get the reset button right here, and you get the power button right here. And if you want, you could go to the back. We got the vents right here to keep the system from overheating. You got your nice little Gamecube handle. This one does not have that the composite shit. It only has the AV, the RCA thing, and the power. Because this one was made, I don't know, I got it back in like 2003, 2004 actually. One of those. This is actually my second Gamecube. But I got it a while ago. You got the serial ports down here. This, I guess it was for like online play or whatever, I don't know. These things are like really hard to put back in. And yeah, I'm not even gonna take those out. It's this. Some of this stuff was just for like the Game Boy player, which is a really cool gadget in itself, so you could play like Game Boy Advance games on this thing. But yeah, the GameCube was actually a real compact, easy to travel with. Freaking had a handle on the back of it. The controller was very easy to use. Very small. Had a good grip. Not too light, but not too heavy either. Just a good grip. Just wish the D-pad was a little bigger. And other than that, it was a great system. It didn't need a DVD player or any of that other crap like the PS2 and the original Xbox had. It didn't have like online gaming capabilities really. I did have limited online from what I've heard for Phantasy Star and other stuff, but you couldn't play like other games online. So, but to me, it wasn't a big deal because it just goes back to like how you used to invite your friends over to play video games. You didn't need online or any of that crap. So, what the hell. Well, let's move the GameCube over a little bit. Let's show some of the games here. First one we have here is actually 1080 Avalanche, and this is actually a really cool snowboarding game. For those of you who are fans of SSX, this is actually really cool. You'll definitely love this game. This is also a sequel to the N64 game, which was 1080 Snowboarding, which was also a really cool game. But I actually prefer this one better. It's the graphics, the gameplay. It's a really fun game. It has a pretty cool soundtrack as well. But yeah, we can open it. I don't have the manual, but just the disc. It's a really cool game. If you're into snowboarding and other SSX games or the original for the N64, I definitely recommend it. And this is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which I highly recommend. I actually prefer this version over the Dreamcast version simply for the multiplayer alone. Me and my friends used to have a blast playing this game in multiplayer. We used to just like play as some of the chows and just beat the shit out of each other and blast each other. We used to I remember we were playing like Knuckles. We were supposed to be like treasure hunting before the other person could find the treasure. We just ended up beating the shit out of each other. But our favorite was always racing, like with Sonic and Shadow and Chaos. And some people like to be cheap with Amy, with her long fucking when she makes you wait. But this game was just amazing. It's one of my favorite 3D Sonic games, But yeah, it just had a great vibe to it. It had like an edge to it that a lot of these newer Sonic games just don't have. Let me show you the game itself. And I don't have the instruction manual anymore for this one. But yeah, this was a really cool game when it came out. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai 2, I just love this game simply for the cover art. The cover art of this game is amazing. This game just fucking has... I remember when this game first came out. I ended up getting this for the GameCube instead of the PS2 because... pretty much, I didn't get this for the PS2 when it first came out. It first came out for the PS2 back in, I think, 2003. And when that happened, I was busy playing SmackDown Here Comes the Pain that year, as well as Soul Calibur 2. So I was pretty occupied. I didn't get this game when it first came out for the PS2. I ended up getting it for the GameCube. And, I guess it's the same. I never played the PS2 version, so I can't comment on that. Well, actually, I did play the PS2 version. I take that back. My friend had the PS2 version, and we played it too. He brought it over. But we ended up playing Budokai 3 a lot more. Because Budokai 3, that was just the game I got addicted to. But this game is pretty good. One of the things about it in Dragon Universe is it's just got this weird Monopoly type bubble pop and trouble type game board. It's like a weird board game fucking story mode in this game. But other than that, it's a good game. Not better than 3, but it's a great game. Metroid Prime. What else can I say about this game? It's a great game. Got the instruction manual, the disc. It's a really great first-person adventure game. You know, we talk about how overrated shooters are in general nowadays because the market is oversaturated with them. This is not your average first-person shooter. As a matter of fact, in a lot of ways, it's not even considered a shooter. It's more of a... For those of you who are familiar with the Metroid series, this is just a real adventure. I mean, you're in a really cool universe in this game. You know, you play as Samus, and it's just a really kick-ass sci-fi adventure. I can't explain it, but I really think that you guys should just play it for yourselves to find out how good it is, because it really is fucking awesome. I definitely recommend it. You know, one of the best Gamecube games. And of course we have its sequel, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, which this game, you know, I still haven't beaten this game yet. I'll be honest with you. I've been basically, whenever I play this game, I play it for the multiplayer. You know, I've gotten pretty far in it, but I still haven't beaten this game yet. You know, this game pretty much for me is the multiplayer. I love the multiplayer in this game. Let's show you guys the inserts. Game itself, still got the instruction manual. You know, but it's a great game. If you're into Metroid, I definitely recommend this, and of course Metroid Prime 1. One of the more mature titles from Nintendo, but this is actually a very family-friendly Nintendo title right here, Mario Kart Double Dash. And this is just a real blast to play in multiplayer. This is just a good game to play by yourself as well. I love this game a lot. This, and Smash Brothers Melee, which I no longer have, but I am trying to get it again, but it's just so damn expensive on eBay and Amazon. So, you know, if I can find it for a cheaper price, I might have to get that again. But to go over Double Dash, this is just in my opinion, the best Mario Kart game ever. Ever. This one actually came with my Platinum Gamecube. No, I do not own the bonus disc. I lost it, and I didn't really care about it anyway, because it was just, didn't really have anything on it. But, had a playable demo for, what's that game? It was a pretty mediocre game, but I don't care. This game though, Mario Kart Double Dash, is just amazing. Excellent graphics. Still my favorite Mario Kart game out of the entire franchise. One of the most unique things about it is the fact that you can have 2 people on the same cart at once, which comes in handy because when you have an item and then you use it, you can also switch your player around. That way you can use another item that you've collected throughout the race course. And, you know, like, let's say like you're about to throw a red shell behind so somebody doesn't catch up to you. If you miss that person with the red shell or the green shell and you have like a blue shell, you switch to like Luigi or Toad or something like that, and you throw that blue shell right in the back, that's gonna make sure that he does not catch up to you. Yes, this game can be very cheap at times, but it's really fucking awesome. Great multiplayer. It's just a great kart racer in general. I definitely recommend it. So yeah, that's basically it. And I love the race courses on this game too. I mean, you could have like a really cool battle mode on the GameCube, which I thought was really cool. I mean, just like the battle modes in this game kind of reminded me of like a Twisted Metal. But, you know, it's just really fucking awesome. This game has so many great options for a multiplayer, and it's just really good. It's definitely my favorite Mario Kart game of all time, ever. So yes, definitely pick this one up. WWE Day of Reckoning 2, and I had the first one, but I didn't really... It's just, this one is so much better than the first one. You know, it's just got a better storyline. Better roster too. The roster in this game is really sick. It's got a lot of underrated superstars like Kenzo Suzuki, RVD, like a lot of the legends and stuff too. Like if you played SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, there's a lot of great legends to unlock in this game, like Stone Cold, Muhammad Hassan. He's in this game. He's a very underrated wrestler from back then. Back when Batista was cool. Back when Cena was overrated, still a piece of shit, but, he's even more of a piece of shit now with the whole wigger crap and all that stupid hip-hop nonsense. But, yeah, great wrestling game. I mean, the gameplay really tries to be like No Mercy in this game. This game really tries to capture that grappling system that No Mercy had, for those of you who played the N64 games. It's pretty good. Great story mode. This game, definitely the best wrestling game for the GameCube. Definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt. I'd check it out. If you're a wrestling fan, check it out. Resident Evil 0. This is probably my favorite Resident Evil game out of the old school games. And to be honest with you, this is actually my second copy. I actually had this game. I got this game not long after it came out, back in 2002, 2003, around that time. And this is definitely my favorite Resident Evil game. And I am so pissed that we do not see Billy Cohen right here in any of the future installments of any of the Resident Evil games. And if he's in a future installment, if he's in a Resident Evil game, because I haven't played the series since 5, I really got burned out after 5. I have not played Resident Evil 6, and I don't care to play it. So, if he's in another game aside from Resident Evil 0, and of course the archives, and all that crap, that doesn't count. I'm talking about a new Resident Evil game with Billy Cohen in it as a main character or a playable character, something like that, because Billy Cohen's he's like one of the most badass characters. He's probably more badass than Leon, in my opinion, and Chris. But yeah, it's a great game. Definitely one of my favorites. Probably my favorite out of the old school Resident Evil games, like Code Veronica 1, 2, and 3 and all that crap. So, yeah, check it out. Resident Evil 1 remake for the GameCube. Still in great condition. This one is just extremely hard because in this version, the zombies come back to life right after you shoot them. But, the graphics, the cinematography, everything is just amazing in this version. And this is much better than the original PlayStation version. Obviously 2-disc. It's very hard. That's why I do recommend it, but if you're not a real quote unquote hardcore gamer, you might want to pass. If it's too scary for you or if it's too hard for you, you might want to pass, but it's still a great game. I definitely recommend it for those who are fans of the series. Sonic Gems Collection. Now, this one is actually very underrated. There's a lot of people who give this game a lot of crap, and I honestly don't see why. I mean, I personally got this game for 2 reasons. Yes, I got this game for Sonic CD and Sonic the Fighters. No, I don't give a shit about Sonic R. That game can go fuck itself. It's a piece of shit. But Sonic the Fighters is a guilty pleasure of mine that I actually enjoy. And Sonic CD is just amazing. And that's the reason I got this game, because I'm a huge fan of Sonic CD. I love old school 2D Sonic games. And I'm just a huge Sonic fan in general. So, that's actually one of the reasons why I had to get this game, because I just wanted to play Sonic CD. Because I'd never owned a Sega CD. And I had the game on PC. But like I said before, PC gaming sucks. Keyboard and all that shit is gay. I'd rather play a game with a fucking controller, not all this keyboard crap. It's annoying as hell. they're playing emulators and stuff on the PC. It's fucking sucks, you know. You got the instruction manual, the register online, which I never did, and of course the game itself. It's a good game. Definitely, I love Sonic the Fighters too. Sonic Fighters is just really underrated. It's a real fun fighting game. It's just, me and my cousin, we used to go all out in this game, just like beating the shit out of each other with that sniper motherfucker. I used to always play as Sonic or Knuckles. He would play as that sniper guy and the Chaotix. But it's a really fun fighting game. It's not the best fighting game, but it's just really, really fun to play. And last but not least, Wave Race Blue Storm. You know, this game is really cool. I'm really trying to decide if I enjoy this game more than Wave Race for the N64, Wave Race 64. In some ways I do, in some ways I don't. I do think that the 64 version had a much better learning curve. I do think that this game's difficulty is it can be real brutal. But it is a really great jet skiing game. I love jet skiing. I've always been a fan of jet skiing. You know, ever since I was a kid. You know, when my dad first took me jet skiing in Florida, because he lives in Tampa. So, you know, I've just always been a huge fan of like jet skiing, and I hope I can do it again this summer. But, you know, I've always loved like a good arcade jet skiing game. I always used to play the jet ski games in the arcade as well. And this game is just really cool. It's just a really, really fun game. You know, it's really cool. The graphics are amazing. Still hold up to this day. Graphics still look good to this day. I mean, it just shows you how powerful the GameCube was, how much of a technical masterpiece the GameCube was, and how powerful it was. I mean, when you look at games like this, Mario Kart Double Dash, you know, even the Resident Evil remakes and stuff like that, like Resident Evil 4 and 0, I mean, those games just look amazing on the GameCube. I mean, it just shows how powerful and underrated this machine right here was. I mean, this thing could do a whole shitload of cool stuff. And it was just a very underrated machine. But yeah, that's my GameCube collection. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And later.